Welcome one and all to another Kaiju Pop Quick Vid, where we're taking a look at Supergiant Games' new title, Pyre. So Supergiant Games is the team that made fantastic games like Bastion and Transistor, very rich worlds, and this is another one of those. So you play, this is kind of like a narrative adventure with, instead of combat per se, there's like a fantasy sport that everybody plays, but it does get pretty combative. So here you've got your overworld. It's very high fantasy, so the characters are like, you've got imps. You saw my imp just there. You've got humans. You've got demons. You've got harpies. All kinds of weird magical creatures and very vibrant styles. Lots of neon shown in the background, as you can see. So everybody speaks like this weird, made up language. You can understand your imp though, so you can see there. And here we've got the lone minstrel. Right, so you might notice there that we just had a little kind of prompt. So the red text you can see is very useful because you can hover over that and you can see like what it's describing, just in case like you don't know who it is or where it is. It really helps like explain a lot of stuff. So it was explaining like Tizo is the name of the imp, and here you can find Tariq. So he just gave his name, so yeah, let's go on. Move our little cart around. So you're traveling along. It's got a kind of Banner Saga feel in that way, because you've got your caravan, you're going around. At various times you can choose like how you're going to proceed, and those will have different effects. But then, yeah, you find these places for the right, and you move from one place to another that's going to have the right. And then in the middle, you can do these things like go into the caravan, check out your book. It seems to get a new page every time you reach like a ritual area, and it kind of describes like the history of the mythology of the world. And the white loot that belongs to the minstrel, and it is apparently the jukebox of the game. So you've got lots and lots of amazing songs in here, with plenty of different kinds of genres as well. I mean, within reason, obviously, but they're like harder guitar songs, electric guitar, and of course there's the softer flutes and violins and things like that. So let's get out of there. You can also talk to people, like the minstrel over here, and yeah, so he wants to talk to you. But yeah, so you can talk to your people in the caravan, and then you go to these rites, like I said, and you choose 3 characters who will join you for the rites. And you can also do things like interact with stuff in the caravan. But there's also this market where you can buy various trinkets. Trinkets are kind of important because you can equip them to your characters to get various things. Like here, this pinch of stardust will actually just enhance a talisman. But yeah, he's got different talismans, more stardust. You can also shut him up. Otherwise, he like snores and makes weird noises. So stardust is actually really important for raising the level of your talismans. It's really good. So and the lucrative contract is it's pretty nice here. You can see it gives you one, I forget the unit of currency, but coins. I think it's called Sol, something. Anyway, yeah, that other thing, moving quicker while you've got the orb, that's really nice, but it's expensive at 200. So the lunar glass. So we're gonna go ahead and get the contract and proceed. And yeah, so then you can just go in here and equip. So you can see your roster lineup. I've got 4 characters in my lineup right now. You'll get many more as the game proceeds, but this is fairly early on. I didn't want to show anything too revealing, so I've got this is my favorite one here. This is Jodariel. She's great. She's the enforcer. Each character has its own, like, of course, because you're going to be playing in this sport that we'll see in just a moment here. Each character has different qualities. Like you can see, presence is it affects their aura. If characters touch another character's aura, they get banished for a little bit. You'll understand more in a bit. Glory affects, like, the damage they can do to the enemy, and yeah. So Jodariel is big, slow, and powerful, but Ruki, here's your enemy, by the way, and so you've got your guitar music coming up. So Ruki over here is small and has a small aura, but super quick, which, you know, is kind of the trope with things. But then you've got your human, who is kind of even on every plane. So of course, you're doing these rites to try to regain your freedom, because you were exiled into the downside, which is what this place is called. And apparently, if you clear all the rites, then you can, like I said, earn your freedom and go back into the real world. Now, when you enter matches, the first voice you can actually hear comes up, some mysterious voice here. Ha'ub.
You shall find the downside grows less pleasant from this point. But first, there's a tradition to uphold. This time you stand against the dissidents. Even now they hunger to defeat you. Perhaps not simply to regain their freedom, but to deny you yours.
Right. So there's a lot of different kind of reasons that these different groups are fighting against you. Some of them actually just do want their own freedom. Some of them are specifically just to hinder yours. Some of them do it for honor. All kinds of different things. But yeah, so Ruki can't do this battle. Sometimes you'll get that. You'll get different characters who refuse to play with each other, or Tizo can now join the group, which is nice. And yeah, so you can get characters who refuse to play with each other, or you went on one path that that affected a character negatively, so maybe they've lost hope, which is important. So here we get a little tutorial on how to use Tizo.
And a mere imp. No, it cannot be.
Yep, so he can fly.
We shall see.
He's amazing. And he can zip. Zip, zip, zip. Yeah, I actually really like Tizo. So he's got this implosion. It kills him, but it destroys everything in a wide radius. So you can see around each of the characters there, they had a little glowing aura. So when the game begins, there's a little ball, and if you pick up the ball, you lose your aura. But if another character's aura touches you, you're banished for a few seconds. And depending on the character's hope, they can come back quicker or slower. Like Jodariel has very low hope, so she takes like 10 full seconds before she can come back. Whereas your leader is actually super hopeful, so he comes back in like 6 seconds. So, right. So, you can jump, you can dash, you can attack. When you have the ball, there, you see I just banished the enemy by touching his aura. They're just running into me, for whatever reason. When you have the ball, you have no aura. But, there, you can throw it. You can also cast your aura. And different characters have different kind of, strengths with that as well. And then here, so earlier I threw it in and all of my characters remained, but if you touch it, there you can see I just lost Hedwyn. If you touch the Pyre, you can do a good amount of damage, but you lose access to that character until the next score is made. So here I'm going to cast, I hit him. Yeah. Hedwyn is nice and speedy, which is good. And I'm going to throw it into the Pyre. If you throw it in, you're safe, but you might do less damage because you have to charge a throw. The longer you charge, the more damage it'll do, but the greater your chances of getting hit by the enemy. So you can also pass the ball, which I just did there because it didn't look like I would be getting through. You can jump over the aura. No one even tried to stop me there. So like I said before, this is a very early match, so it's not super hard. And there are difficulty levels in the game, so... yeah. I love Jodariel. I love her. She's great. Okay, looks like they've gone like berserk. So you're gonna have to be careful.
Your adversary Barker there seems rather fired up.
Positioning can actually be pretty important, both for you on attack and defense, because you can only move one character at a time, so you kind of always want to keep one character at the back, just in case the enemy makes a rush. Because if the enemy's rushing and all your characters are super far forward, then you're kind of stuck. And Jodariel's gonna kill everyone again, because she's amazing. And there we go. Did I mention that Jodariel's great?
Accomplished effortlessly, I might add.
Right. So he'll give you a
It's complete.
little comment like that, and everybody says something. Yay, huzzah. And then afterwards, you get a kind of level up screen, and people can start getting new skills. Like here, Hedwyn. So you can look around at his different skills here. So he gets more stamina, or he can regenerate stamina for his allies, which is really nice. And then, yeah, you have the little branching trees. So now the trees aren't locked, so you can choose one skill in one area, and then when you level up in when you level up again, you can choose another skill on the other side. They are locked like vertically though, so you can't just jump across horizontally. And then Jodariel gets some stuff, and Tizo gets some. Now, characters who do not participate do actually get some experience in the form of inspiration, and that becomes like a little green on the bar. And then when they actually do participate, that's like an additional bonus on top of their actual match. So you kind of want to mix and match your teammates. Although I tend to always use Jodariel because she's amazing. Yeah, Tizo is actually pretty useful.
'Tis the influence of the imp scribe.
That's right. I want him to go a little bit faster.
Until the stars align.
And then you get little story bits. So like I said, some of this stuff is very, very saga-esque, Banner Saga-esque, which I really like. I love the story, I love the background, I love the world building that they've done. So yeah. And then after a successful match, you go outside, you talk for a little bit, and then you read the stars. So the whole thing is, the reason like you're in control is because you are a reader, and apparently reading is outlawed in the world. That's why you were exiled. But reading is very important on the downside, because you can read the texts that tell you how to do the rites, which is kind of important, obviously. And then as you progress, you meet different people, new merchants, new people to add to your roster. There's all kinds of different locations. Going back into the caravan, you can look around at the different kind of mementos of each character, and then again have little conversations where you find out about their history, and obviously that's really good for building up more of the story, but it can also unlock different kind of stat boosts. And then I don't have it in this video, but there is also an item you get later on. It's a story item, it's not a spoiler or anything. It's an item that allows you to do some practice matches, as well as do very specific quests that will give you unique items for your characters. So we're going to move on. That's right. Yeah, the flagging hands. We're off to the flagging hands. Go, little cart, go. And that is really going to be it for the quick look. So, saw how the rites are played out, saw some of the characters, and yeah, so that's that. For more on our stuff, you can always go to our website at kaijupop.com, or you can follow us on Twitter at kaijupop. We really appreciate you guys watching, liking, subscribing. Hope you can do some of that, and we'll talk to you guys again. You can also check out our podcast again at our website. Thanks a lot, guys. Goodbye.